Hello there, my dear friends. This is your teacher Ennis from the Dolphin platform. And this is the fifth lesson of the 12th unit Culture Shock. Today's lesson is going to be reading. We are going to read about different cultures and design a list of advices to a traveler. So open your book on page 130 and let's have some joy together. But before we read, what problems do you think people have adapting to a different culture? Let's discover that on this text.
9. Reading.
A fish out of water. Almost everyone who studies, lives, or works abroad experiences some degree of culture shock. This period of cultural adjustment involves everything from getting used to the food and language to smaller things like learning how to use the telephone. No matter how patient and flexible you are, adjusting to a new culture can sometimes be difficult and frustrating. Some people get depressed and very homesick. But don't panic. These are all totally normal reactions, and you are not alone. The term culture shock was first used by writer Calvero Oberg in 1954. He found that all human beings experience the same feelings when they travel to or live in a different country or culture. Oberg identified 5 distinct stages of culture shock. 1. The adjustment phase. This period can last 6 months or longer. The newcomer is excited about being in a new place and experiencing a new lifestyle. Some problems may occur, but the person usually tends to accept them as part of the adjustment to another country and novelty of being in a new place. People are generally helpful to the newcomer, and that person feels welcome. 2. Emptiness or rejection phase. The newcomer has to deal with the usual problems of accommodation, transportation, shopping, not finding your favorite foods, and very often, not being able to communicate fluently in the local language. The local people may not understand why the newcomer is making such a big deal over what they see as a small problem. At this point, the newcomer starts to complain about and maybe even reject the new country. 3. The conformist phase. Gaining some understanding of the new culture, its ideals, and its values brings a new feeling of pleasure. The crisis is over when the newcomer learns to understand the cultural differences, but hasn't completely adjusted to the new culture. 4. Assimilation phase, or complete adjustment. In this phase, the person accepts the food, the habits, and the customs of the new country, and may even find some things better than things back home. The newcomer becomes completely adjusted and feels comfortable in the new place. On returning home, the traveler will miss the new friends and the country and will cherish the memories forever. 5. Reverse culture shock. This is when the person comes back to the home country. The returnee may have been away from home for a long time and gets a re-entry shock. Many things have changed, and it will take a while to get used to home again.
True. These are the stages of the culture shock. Now, my dear friends, let's have some practice. Match each stage of culture shock to its symptoms. Pause the video and match them. And these are the answers. The newcomer is excited and happy to be in a new place. It's the adjustment phase. The newcomer has to deal with problems and may not be able to communicate his needs effectively. It's the emptiness or rejection phase. The newcomer learns to understand and accept differences. It's the conformist phase. The newcomer is adjusted to new culture and feels comfortable. It's the assimilation phase or complete adjustment. And for the last one, when the person returns home, he will have to readjust to life in his original home, it's the reverse culture shock. Do you want to get further knowledge and understand them in a better way? Join me on the live session later on. And now, after reading much the verbs, the words and its definitions. And these are the answers. Answer about the reading. Answer the following questions according to what we have read before. And these are my answers. Well, for our question for the live session later on, or our discussion, have you ever lived for a period of a time in another country? What was your experience like? Did you get culture shock? Reverse culture shock? What experience of culture shock have people that you know had when they visited another country? Think about it, write down your answers, and let's discuss them on the live session. And also, as an extra practice, you can think of an advice to give to travelers to your country and make a list of tips to help them into the local culture. That's everything for now, my dear friends. See you on the live session.